Los Angeles Rams as they square off with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. With that, let's get up to Seattle. Standing by at CenturyLink Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, we've got two NFC West teams here. Your assessment of the state of the division coming into 2019, is it the Rams to lose?
We saw the changing of the guard with the Rams taking over from Seattle ago. But Seattle got back in the game pretty fast, didn't they? You remember preseason last year? It was doom and gloom. They ended up in the playoffs. Arizona, they're kind of hitting the reset button. It's San Francisco to keep your eye on. With good health, good drafts, they could be the team that can really contend.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Seattle's offense being led out here by Russell Wilson, coming off that Week 3 loss to New Orleans 33-27. That's the first loss of the season for Seattle. But it wasn't because of Wilson. He was, 32 of 50 in that game and over 400 yards passing.
2 touchdowns, and also used his legs, 51 yards on the ground, and another 2 touchdowns. The only downside, a couple of missed throws on 4th down plays that would have sustained drives as he tried to lead the comeback against a big New Orleans lead.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. And one of the big bodies helping out this offense is your boy, Upati.
And all he wants to do is have running plays called. Fire out and smack people.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Wilson, sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it they're picking up the 1st down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there in that scramble.
54 miles. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Carson, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on second down, Wilson, and he's got the hook up to Moore. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on fourth down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The LA Rams taking the field here. There's Jared Goff. He'll be under center for the 3-0 Rams, who beat Cleveland last week 20-13. And Jared Goff, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions in that game. He also had a fumble, but he did lead him to the victory. And they're going to need him because, gosh, in that game, Todd Gurley just 43 yards rushing.
Yeah, and they keep talking about he's healthy, everything's okay, but the numbers don't really support that overall. We'll see as the season progresses, but Jared Goff has a lot of confidence in his right arm and a ton of confidence in the guys who catch passes from him. How about Brandon Cooks? He was huge in this game, and he's probably playing with a little extra desire after not making that catch in the end zone in the Super Bowl last year. And Cooper Kupp, his return has been huge at receiver for the Rams. Really opens up their offense.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Any questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason? How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
We go tonight. 180.
54. Hey, pick your game up. Right there. 54, right there.
On first down, it's Gurley.
You can't block me. You
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, switch gears.
On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
By 20.
Touchdown, defense.
Here's Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensing the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Go tonight. 180.
54. Watch the curve.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
By 20.
Let's go, defense.
On first down, Goff. This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to.
And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Rams have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Seattle's offense takes the field again here. I want to go back to what we were talking about earlier, their Week 3 loss, 33-27 to New Orleans. Chris Carson, he fumbled and lost a fumble in this game. That is the 3rd straight game that he's done that, CD. He's got to protect the football a bit better.
He was a 1,000-yard rusher last year, and for Seattle's offense to really roll, he's going to be a big part of it with the running game. But if he's putting the ball on the turf, that's not going to help at all. In addition, the offense was just 1 of 4 on 4th down. So Pete Carroll, their head coach, likes to be aggressive. But if it doesn't pay off, puts the defense in a bind. And to add injury to insult, the insult being the loss, Coach Pete Carroll was hit in the face by a football during pregame warm-ups. They had to patch up his nose that he had to deal with during that game as well. So all in all, a lost day for the head coach and his Hawks.
And they'll try to get back in the winning side this week. They travel to Arizona, and then they host the Rams in Week 5. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Now Wilson on 1st down. It's complete to Lockett. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Rams' 37-yard line.
That's it, baby.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald with a sack.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Rams offense working their way back out here at 3-0 on the young season. Interestingly tied with the San Francisco 49ers atop the NFC West, also at 3-0. But let's look ahead for the Rams. They host Tampa Bay, then they'll travel to Seattle. How much do you like this Rams team, Charles? I
like them a lot because we've seen throughout history teams that get to the Super Bowl and don't win traditionally struggle the next season. And this Rams team has put that behind them, the loss to New England, and found a way to start 3-0 this year. And I like the toughness they're exhibiting, both mentally. I think they should handle Tampa Bay next week at home. Then going to Seattle, that'll tell us a lot because last year they beat Seattle twice in the regular season, but they didn't like the style. Seattle beat them up running the football. Let's see if they can match that same intensity this year with their defense.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And maybe a little frustration from Goff as he'll turn and call a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 30 on 2nd down, Goff, and Woods has it complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that. But, well, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. He gets it to Cooks. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. There he goes, right side. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawks touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. So we are at halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Jared Goff and the NFC champs, they get ready to begin this drive. will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Looking for Woods that time, and it's 3rd and short. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the 1st half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Now Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Short throw to Disley. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, Wilson. And he's got his target. That's more. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Wilson leaves it for Petty. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. No gain on the dump-off. It's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. So they did not bring pressure, and turns out probably a bad idea.
Yeah, he had time to stand in the pocket and deliver a strike. So I'm wondering if they're going to note that, and next time just go ahead and bring that pressure.
Goff now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods.
Complete to Robert Woods. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Goff throwing again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check.
Draw play. This is Carson. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. One Wilson to another for a Seahawk first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Wilson now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Mike 54. Danny. He's checking.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
All day, every day, any day.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's caught, block it. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now here's Michael Dixon, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Let's go.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a fourth-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Goff on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Goff. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Call. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now it's gone. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Goff now to throw. Now that'll be caught by Cup. That throw good for 4. It's second down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They push him back to the 34. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Goff now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be, and time has run out now on this game. So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.